So we just played our previous game on KGS. So let's try to get another game. It was 6Q last time, so I think it should still be set up for around that rank. Okay. So I'm playing another 6Q. Let's adjust everything. That did not take long at all. And let's try to play our normal opening. He did not say hello. So I won't say hello either. Ah, he's going to do that one here, which is a little bit weird. So I will approach the top side. The kick is okay. I'll just play 3 spaces. He's going all in on one side of the board. I feel like I need to enclose the top left to secure the top area a little bit. It's not going to be completely my territory, but it feels nice. So if I enclose the bottom left corner, I am getting a lot of points, but I also wouldn't mind preventing him from extending out here as well. I'll just enclose. I think that's fine. Yeah. 2 corner enclosures is really nice. And he wants to attack, so that's okay with me. I will just jump out. Okay. So it looks like I could try to do something, or I don't know. I can just defend my area, make him really weak on this side. That's not exactly sure what that is doing. So I do want to prevent him from connecting up. It looks like because of his bad shape here, I could probably bump here to do that. So let's do that. Let's try to take advantage of his awkward shape move. Okay. I can still connect up. So he just made very, very heavy, awkward shape in this area, which was no good. And we can still just jump here. That move is not Sente. So it looks like we can take some points on the left side, which is cool. I think we can just defend, I guess. Is there a better way to defend here? He wedges here. I Atari. He Ataris me. I connect. Seems okay. If he goes here first, I have to back off. I guess I'm okay with just doing this. It prevents him from getting any sort of shape here as well. I'm not exactly sure why he's playing these moves. Those don't really make sense. Maybe somebody wedged and he was not very happy with it. That seems likely. Let's just keep jumping. And taking the points on the left side. Looks like we can defend our wedge here with this one. And we may want to protect over here as well. I'm not sure the best way to do it. Maybe this one is okay. And it looks like I can Hani underneath, which is really, really good for me. So I don't mind doing that. And it looks like I can cut here. Should I cut, though? Probably do the clamp as well. So I think it's okay for me to just defend against his forcing move he played earlier. Because I just want more strength in the center. He's still not alive, though I think he can live. So he has to just be a little bit careful in how he goes about it. If he invades the top, that could be a bad idea. So the top is likely going to end up as some of my territory unless he lives directly on this left side, or on this bottom left area. But I've definitely gotten all of the left side, which is probably equal to all of the right side that he has gotten as well, and there's still invasion points on his right side area. Looks like I could try to do this testing move here, just attached to the corner, which is what he's going to do to me. I'll just connect. And we can just prevent him from living here. He needs a lot of moves to live. I'm not sure what that move is doing. I guess it's making this peep strong. So it looks like I could peep here to threaten to surround him. Just going to defend. Okay. Then I guess he didn't want to live on the left side. I figured I could surround him and he could live on the left by playing c17. But he did not want to, so I'll just kill him on the left side now. If I surrounded the center, that felt like it would be good for me. But now I'm very, very much stronger on the top. So it makes it harder for him to invade, not just because he has some weak group in the center, but also because it's less forcing moves. Because he could have done some sort of attachment on my e17 area here when I have this open spot, but not anymore. Ah, there we go. So I guess there's two ways to handle this, but I think the simplest way is to separate. We really, really want to separate him here and keep our group strong as well. But he's not alive, so he needs to try to live now. Okay. That was one of the worst responses, I think. He could have played something like a f17 to try to get some forcing moves, but this one is a little bit questionable. Now he's just not alive. Looks like I can Hane on this side and extend out because he can't capture this stone. And just keep extending. We want to extend until here. It gives us a lot of liberties and prevents this from being an empty triangle. And now we can just jump out naturally, surrounding the left side group. I think we just want to surround this left side. If he Hane's here, like there's a little bit of Aji on the top. But I think I can just extend down to fix most of the Aji. So we're just going to defend on the left side, or the middle, I guess, here. Because that's the biggest point of weakness on the board for us. So it looks like we can just Atari here to protect this stone from getting captured. This Hane doesn't capture my stones, and he doesn't really have a lot of liberties here. So he can't connect. He has to try to do some sort of cutting thing, but he's just going to connect, so I can just protect myself as well. He does have a nice attachment here, if he wants to try it. So he's not alive, as I said. And he needs 2 moves to live. Is there anything he can do on this left side? Doesn't look like it. So he's dead on the top and in this left middle area. So we just need to protect ourselves a little bit. So let's wedge here to get rid of his eye. And this should also help with capturing his cutting stone if he decides to try to cut here in the center. Okay, so he's going to live, but he did not live. That move was Sente for him, but he still needed one more move there. That one, I get to connect because there's Aji, but That doesn't make an I. I can simply jump back here. My group is alive, so any move he plays on the bottom here is just points for me. So I just need to protect my cutting points, so I don't need to worry about anything that he can do. I think my groups are completely connected up, which is nice. That move, that's an interesting move. He can try to do that. But this move here can be captured. And that one can also be captured. So we want to push here, threatening to capture these 2 stones. And we can play here to get rid of any eye. I don't think there was an eye there, but it's good to be safe sometimes. There's a really big kill, so no matter what happens, it's probably just fine for me. There is this cutting point that I do have to worry a little bit about, but I think it should be fine. Okay, he connected there, so let's play Tengen and fix our cutting point. It's unlikely to be that big of an issue, so I could also jump here, but I'm just going to defend the cutting point directly, making a little bit of eye space for my group as well. So this is not a bad try at a good shape move here, but he needed to attach here to play the real shape. And if I play this, I should be alive here. Playing on the bottom, okay. So it looks like I can try to attack him. I can just jump here. I don't have to play anything fancy here. Is that even Sente? He pushes, I connect, he cuts, I push down, and he's just dead. He pushes here, he cuts, I connect, he has to connect, and then I capture, I'm just alive on both sides. So I think that's not Sente. If he captures the stone, he might be able to live. Okay. That's good enough for me. I don't want him living on this left side here. That would just be a little bit annoying. So I did play a game before this where I just played a really, really bad move, by the way. And just like, I don't know what I was thinking. And so I ended up really far behind. So I'm just like, you know, I'm just going to resign this game and try a new game. It was really bad because I didn't read out a ladder. So that's not a good idea. So here we just want to separate these 3 stones. He can have these points. I'm probably not going to want to invade anyway. I have a lot of points. So I can just Hane here. And the shape point here. That's really bad. He should have extended. Because now I have this cut. So I can push. And I can Hane. And I can push again. Because he has to worry about this cutting point here. If you see how bad this is, it's no good. So I can just cut here directly and maybe get something out of this. Let's see. See if I can just capture this stone, or do I want to try to do something more? Because he does have this weakness on the bottom, right? If he cuts here, I'll probably just connect. So do we want to cut or clamp? Let's clamp here. With these cutting points on the board, if he tried to fight back too much, it would be very difficult for him. So I think this should be good enough for me. There's still a little bit of Aji here. But I'm not going to worry about it. Let's just push through on this side. This is good enough. He can connect, that's fine. And let's protect our shape. That's not too big of a deal. I thought about trying to do something complicated here, but I didn't want to do what I did in the last game and play something that was too bad. So I decided just to not worry about it. Um, I already have plenty of points. I don't need to do anything special. And we can just play end game. Let's extend. This seems good. Ah, he resigned. Okay. I don't know why he resigned now. I mean, it was obvious I was alive over here anyway, so me just playing end game made him resign, I guess. I don't know. So this was a better game than the game I just played. I said I just ended up playing something really stupid for no reason, and I have no idea why I did it. I was talking to Contraband Go or Brandon about that like a couple hours ago. I'm like, sometimes I look at a move and I know that it's really bad, and for some reason I still want to play it. I don't know. There's something in me with that, but so this game, it was all just about his weak group that he made. So let's review that part. So he really, really, really wanted the right side here. He didn't want me to invade. He didn't want me to do anything. And I know that sometimes it seems to be the case that at the Q ranks, if you secure one large territory and then just fight everywhere on the board, it's likely you can win. So maybe that's why he's doing this. Seems like the most likely option for him to just win a game. I don't know, but it felt like that has happened in the both KGS games and in the OGS games, and at about the same rank, 8Q to 5Q area, right? And so that's sort of interesting. So this is just a bad move. You can't really play this far unless you are going to go into the corner and live in the corner directly and not worry about the outside. If that's the case, this is just a random variation, not worrying about the best move here. If that's the case, then this move can be good for that. But if I get all of this influence, that's really bad for me. Or really bad for me, really bad for him, right? Because now my entire top side is looking much more interesting. The sort of line of my influence is going across more than half the board, and it's going to be hard for him to grow anything with his group, with his area, and it feels good for me, right? So he jumps out, and I could take a base here. This is the most simple way to play, but I wanted to apply a little bit of pressure. And so I think this move was not necessarily bad. I think this was actually a good idea. But he does need to worry about his group here. And I play this to protect my corner, because if he wants to connect up, then I do have this peeping move. And so if he connects up, I'm just connecting, playing simple moves. I get really nice influence towards the top side of the board, and he gets some more territory that's not secure yet, because I do have cutting points to try to take advantage of. But playing here was most definitely bad, because now I get to fix my shape on the outside and come out towards the center. I couldn't do that before because my group was weak, and I wanted to make sure that it was strong enough that I didn't have to worry about the right side of the board. But now I don't really have to worry about it, so I can just defend and play solid and just slowly surround him and protect myself. But because he did this move, I got to Hani underneath, which felt really good for me, but he should have 100% Hani'd over the top. If he does this, I probably win the game, because my left side is 100% solid, basically 100% solid, and his right side is not completely solid, and I still have potential on the top. However, he no longer has his weak group, and he has strength towards the center to invade that top. So this was 100% the most important move he needed to play. So he could not respond here, and he definitely can't respond here either. There's also a bunch of cutting points and weakness here. I'm fine with leaving that for later, but now I can play the vital point with a group that's basically alive. So he invades over here, but this is never really a good idea. I do actually have some Aji here. So if I'm going to play this way, I probably can't play this Hane, because he does have this move. If I connect, he does this one. I can push through and maybe cut this off. But there is this weakness, which is extremely awkward for me, and I don't like having it. My corner group should be fine, though, and he still needs to live, but I think he can actually live here um, fairly easily because I have weaknesses on the outside. So now he has two eyes, two half eyes, so he can make an eye on either side. And if there's anything in the corner here, he can now take advantage of it, which is extremely awkward. That's why I played this move. I figured, okay, I made a mistake. If I peep him here and he lives in the corner, yeah, that sucks, but I get to take this center, and it's probably good for me. He gets to live. I'll probably just connect, but he gets to live here. That should be good enough for me, even if he gets the corner. But he decided to protect, and then it's quite obvious that this left side is just dead. So I guess his mistake actually in this game was responding to my moves. he he threatened me 2 times in this game. One with G9, that's G9, right? And one with B15. And then he never followed up with his threat because he believed for some reason that my threat was more important than his threat. And I think it's actually not true in this case. In either case, he can live, as I said. And then also, like on the bottom side, it was just the points, and he needed strength to invade the top. Whereas now he can't invade the top ever, and his group is dead on the left side. So he could have lived on the left side and had center strength. Those were his options that he presented me with, and I gave him the option to take it, but he never did. But I think it was a fun game. In the end, I don't need to go over this fight, really. I already said before he even got into the fight that if he invades the top, he's probably going to die on one of the sides. He ended up dying on both sides. There were some shape points he could have played better, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. I think KGS was a lot of fun. It's been a long time since I played here. And I think it wasn't really that different from OGS against the one person that I played. But the OGS player might have been a little bit stronger. Though I think this player was stronger than the last KGS player I played, though they were both 6Q. So I don't know. I don't know how I feel. Next time, though, I'm going to try IGS. So that one should be a lot of fun. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this game, and I hope you guys have fun.